Right.
But before we get into the
I interviewed on the first Forza. So now you can look at something and go like, oh, Adam is that bad. I finally realized it.
let's go ahead and start
A real life.
now. Obviously, really able to go to. Now, are we looking sort of just within the game itself? We talk, are we looking at sort of new modes? Is there anything sort of? And this brings me to my final question. You are the first person from that has an Xbox One game in front of me. So I mean, it really seems to be. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a patch. It's something.
Yeah, it's gonna need a recalibration about how we look at games. Yeah.
Well, it's fresh. So let's go ahead and start looking at it so we can ask a few questions.
Sure.
I mean, and then I think the parkour part.
Like, okay, you're in these Titans. I mean, is your movement fairly restricted?
So I think what my final question is,
I don't know if I want to read too much into that, but I think there's something very notable there.
now I was noticing earlier that there's
Addressing that with a vast variety of colors. I mean, is it nice to be able to?
Yeah, I mean that's
For
not the
variety,
first thing
right?
that people think of when they think of the Killzone
Shooting
franchise.
elegant.
I mean, look, this is a remarkably good-looking game. I'm having a hard time. Is that? So I also want to chat with you. We just had.
I'm not saying.
And then I'm looking right. I'm assuming this. If you don't mind, just
Yeah,
I am getting
water,
lost
right?
in these visuals right now.
Like you stop asking questions. You're like,
Yeah,
oh, the
yeah,
water.
hey, you got me kind of impressed. Is that still present in Shadowfall? And am I reading that correctly? Like, what has always been sort of the story?
First, it was genocide. That was kind of like the entire planet was pretty much sort of wiped off the face of the earth. How do you sort of build that into? Is there any sense of regret in the middle of World War II? Is that some of the stuff that does inform? And that's good because when you pause there for a second, I'm like, oh, we may have to talk with the camera off.